Welcome to the Omnibus Roundtable TV show. I'm your host, Wanda Carter, and today my guest is Miss Gerri Hudson. And our topic this evening is going to be America
In crisis.
in crisis.
What is your offer? What is your role?
What's your role, ladies
What
and
is it?
gentlemen?
So the people have done all of the work, and it is not your role to talk about what they're doing. You gonna come here listening to us to find out what it is that you need to do.
See,
What is your role?
what's your role? My role, I'm a media consultant. I'm going to be talking to people. I'm going to put that information out there so you can hear it. And we're going to be talking about what's going on around the world in its global entirety. And Gerri will bring that writing perspective to us
Absolutely.
because she has the writings group.
A
So,
founder facilitator of the Hyde Park Writers Group.
see?
We meet at 6250 South Harper, and we're going to start our summer meetings on July 13th,
Woo!
2020.
What day of the week is that?
That is a Monday. We call it Summer Mondays.
Oh,
Yes, right.
what time, Gerri?
We actually start at 6 o'clock.
And where people come?
People are going to be coming to 6250 South Harper Avenue,
Okay.
and we're going to be talking about all of how 2020 has changed all of
Oh.
our lives. We're going to be writing about that. It's going to be an
Yes.
exciting time.
And do you think that you all will actually be meeting at the location, or will you all be doing video conferencing?
So good question. So what she says is we have not. The management has told us that it is very likely that we can meet in person starting
Okay.
in July.
Okay.
So and to expect to meet in July, we don't have a confirmation, but we have. I'm pretty sure we're going to be meeting at least in person for at least a month and a half.
Okay, that's
our
good.
that's our
That's
dream.
good.
That's right.
But we're going to be starting to do some remote broadcasts as well because
Yes, we are.
some people may not be able to attend the meeting, and so if not, we're going to be doing these remote broadcasts so you can join us from your home. So stay tuned. We'll be right back with the show.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Right. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to America in Crisis. What's your offer? I'm Wanda Carter, your host, and this is my co-host, Miss Gerri Hudson. And we're going to be talking to you today about the crisis that we're in today as Americans in the great America, USA of America. Gerri, what say you about the crisis that we're in today?
Right. I mean, you said it. Like, what's your offer? What is it that you have to offer to the crisis? What is it what is your work to do? And so that's what we're going to be talking about today is what is the work to do inside of the crisis.
And
Okay.
it's so much work to do.
There is.
We have an upcoming election in November.
Mm-hmm.
We have a president that says that if we continue to break into the stores that are in our communities, if we continue to destroy properties that are in our community, because we're not going in other people's community and doing this, we're doing this in our communities across the nation. He says he's going to he's going to call it a national, what is it, national unrest.
Yeah.
He's going to call in the National Guard, but he's going to call in the Army because he calls it American in Crisis or something like that, whatever the term is. If he calls them in, then that means they're coming in to reprimand the residents of the United States.
And they've told
How
him,
is
they
that?
have actually told him that that's actually illegal. And so, that's one way of looking at what's going on. And so as we sort of look at what's going on, and when we say America, what it is that you have to offer, we see what it is that he doesn't have a whole lot to offer.
Sure.
For instance, I mean, so that is Sean Resper, and he is the creator, inventor of a book. It's called The Black Tax. It's all over YouTube.
Whoa.
And what it talks about is the fact that reparations were not paid to African Americans. And as a writer, as a thinker, one of the things that I believe is that the people have done their role in the struggle. What
Okay.
is your role in the struggle? So
Okay.
the people that have burned, they've done their role. The
Okay.
people, so the protesters are doing their role. They are protesting. That is their role. But the people like me and like Sean Rochester and the leader of Bob Johnson at BET, what is the role of the thinkers?
Okay.
What is that role in the struggle? It is not to, see, we can see that all Donald Trump can bring to this is a conversation. And what he needs to bring to this is the same thing he brought to the coronavirus. He needs to bring a check.
Okay.
to the situation.
Okay.
And a whole lot more than $1,200,
Yes.
Wanda.
Yes.
In Canada right now, the Canadians are getting $1,000 a month during the crisis of the coronavirus.
Every month.
Every single month. It's a continuous payment.
And that's what he should have done.
That's what
the United States of America should do for its citizens.
Absolutely. And since we were all in crises, we were all in a coronavirus, we were all subject to the, all of the horror of the coronavirus. We were all exposed to it.
Yes.
So we all should be getting our just reward as a result of it. There was some talk about a monthly payment in America. Bernie Sanders was talking about that.
Yes.
But now all we hear about is more law and order.
Yes.
The force of the National Guard in America. That's not the role of the Army. It's to protect us from outside
That's
forces.
not from ourselves.
Exactly. So
I see we have a new participant.
yes, we do.
Oh, welcome to the show.
Look at beautiful. That's my girl right there.
Okay.
Ladies,
Welcome to the show. It's so nice.
happy Wednesday.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're talking about everything. But right this moment, we're talking about the crisis that we're in.
America, we call it
The
show.
American in
America
crisis.
in crisis. What's your offer?
What's your offer?
What's your offer?
Because
Well, America's always been in crisis.
yes.
I'm an African American woman, so crisis is more normal to me than when it's not crisis. I have learned to navigate. That means to go beyond the kings, gods, and gangsters. You know who is who in America, but now we don't know who's who.
That's true.
Because this makes this crisis different. This is different from the movement that we were a part of.
Yeah.
We know what it likes to be like to have the army come down on you. We've seen that. We saw that in movies.
They already did that.
When the army, yeah.
Remember when King was assassinated? They did the same thing. They brought in the troops. I can remember.
You remember Shoot to Kill?
Yes.
Mayor Daley? And the tanks was coming down Madison Street. We remember that.
I remember that.
Yeah. So this is not really new to us, but there's a new America. The children, the young people are new, and too many of them don't know the story. They don't know our story. You don't have to go back to slavery.
That's right.
Our history is powerful.
Let's go back 30, 40 years and you'll hear our story.
Let's go back to Harold Washington.
There you go.
Let's go back to King. And, I've worked with teachers who didn't even know that Reverend Jesse Jackson was in the same place when Dr. King was assassinated.
Oh, yes, he was.
What you're saying is that some of the lessons were not taught. And so I actually believe, so I'm of the belief, though, that the young people are doing an excellent job of driving. Now, I think that they're doing an excellent job. I am quite impressed with the way they're driving.
I am very, very proud.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, I've never been as proud of what it means to be a teacher.
Yes.
Because when I hear some of these young people speak, it's like I'm talking myself.
Yes.
And I'm talking out of another time, and they're talking today.
Yes.
So I'm not, the thing is there was a young woman who on YouTube that made a statement. She said there are three different types of people out there. You have the protesters who are trying to make social change. You have the rioters who come out to riot. That's what they come out to do. And then you have the looters.
Yes.
So we not to jumble them all up. We have to know the difference.
Yes.
And when the ones who speak out, that's the movement right there.
Right.
It's like we're so proud and we're safe.
Yes.
They're saving the country.
Our young people are tired of
words.
The things that people say, but there's no action behind what they say.
Absolutely.
We want to have even this. We and of course we love this, and we talked about being proud, but me and you have talked about the young people are tired of all the pontificating.
They are.
And where are the actions behind that, right?
Yes.
And we talked a little bit about that.
Yes.
What is it? There's so much distance between what America says and what she actually does in terms of what happens in our community.
That's so true.
And so when you actually, they've just heard so much, and they've seen us go to church, and they've seen us talk about this thing is coming and it's coming, and so they keep asking us when.
Yes. When
Mhm.
is the change coming? When is it going to be our turn to be able to step up to the plate and get what we deserve? Where's our
But
40 acres and the mule? And if we're
but
not
this
going
is
to get the 40 acres and the mule, what compensation are we going to get? Everybody else has gotten their compensation. Where's ours?
they are the change though. They're the
Oh, we
change.
got
We're not the
another.
ones that's gonna do it.
Oh, look at there. Hi, welcome to the show. We got another guest. Welcome to
Laura
the
Hello.
Rose, how are you, Laura? Laura's coming to us from Cleveland.
Oh, wonderful.
Laura, we're
Hey,
talking about
Laura.
America in crisis, and we are talking about. So we're talking about everything from George Floyd. Karen Calhoun, wonderful writer, just said that there's a lot of there's a lot of different groups out there. There are protesters, and there are looters clearly, and that there's a lot of people out there. But what I want to focus on, Laura, is and my question is this: America in Crisis, what's your offer? I said, yeah, Sean Rochester, who wrote the book, The Black Tax, says every African American is owed. Here's an exact number: $354,000.
Give me man. Give me man.
In about 78 cents. So, Laura, when you hear the exact number from somebody who's done the research, what does that make you say?
What the exact number?
Can you hear us? I think you're driving.
Wait just a second. Wait just a second. I want to make sure. Hey, please ask me again. I'm not so sure I heard it.
Okay, so
Yeah.
Sean Westford, what I want to bring is a question about the amount of reparations that need to be paid now. Now that we have seen the young people's work, I believe it's time for the thinkers to start making demands. Sean Rochester, has done a book called The Black Tax, and he has put out that the amount that is owed is $350,000 to all African Americans, descendants of the enslaved people.
Oh, okay. They probably
Okay.
owe us more than that, but I'm glad that at least he got to that figure.
Ashe, Wanda. Ashe.
Yes, man. What say you?
I'm all for it. When you said 4,000, you mean it per month? Like a monthly, like a stimulus? Woo! I mean, that would be great. That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
May I introduce my radical idea, Gerri? Would you be embarrassed?
Yes.
Yeah.
Introduce it.
Oh, it's sort of related, but not really. I would like to eliminate child support.
Oh yeah. She said that's another show. That's another show.
That's another show. Okay, I can't tell them that. All right. Okay, that's another show. But yeah, $4,000 a month. They know where I am because they knew where I was before on that stimulus check. They know it's me,
They know.
and they know I'm a descendant of enslaved Africans in America, so I'm entitled. 4,000 a month. Was that the number you were saying, Gerri?
No, but like they said, these are all good numbers. Sean Westford said a one-time payment of $354,000.
No, we don't want one-time payment. We want recurring payment. We want it like constantly
Oh,
to flow the money back in.
I like her style.
Because we mess up. Human nature is to mess up money, but if you know you got another 4,000 coming, it'll work like that.
You're right.
Yeah,
And so,
I agree.
so Laura, one point that you're right about, because you're right. If you get a one-time payment, that's taxed at about 60 or 70%, isn't it?
Yes.
That's right.
So we've got to talk a lot about it. Okay. Ooh,
That's right. And we will just buy luxury goods. We'll buy too many luxury goods at one lump sum. But if the money keeps renewing itself, then then we've got 29 more days, 28 more days. Let's see how many days we can spend it.
I like that.
Mhm.
I'll have mine spent in like 3 days every month. The first 3 days, I'll just spend it and buy what I need to buy. And then I know that the next month I'll have some coming. And with my money coming in, with all of our money coming in, we can eliminate child support.
It's just that because we will all have our own money to build our businesses and build our own community. If we get a constant, that's right. That's really see. That's how come we got to bring people to the conversation, because you see there are great ideas that come from
renewable money.
That's right.
Renewable money. Renewable money.
What do you think, Karen? What do you think?
Ladies, well, but that $300,000 will be sitting somewhere earning interest. There's a lot of interest on that kind of money. So if they're holding our money, because I'm looking at this, I'm in a process of retiring, and they have so many different loopholes and things to hold on to your money. They said, well, we'll give you this much money, and then you'll get this for the rest of your life. So it's like they're not doing this because they're in love with me, but they know if they've been holding my money and making interest on my money since I've been working, and that's been forever. That's right. So that's just and all I'm doing is I'm not speaking from a position of knowledge here regarding money, because I love what the sister said in regards to spending it. I'm good at that. I like that. That's fun. But, because that's how I've been engineered in my life. In our culture, we're engineered to spend money. So I hear what she's saying about giving it all to us, because, of course, the first thing I would do is buy myself a nice little house so I could have me a jacuzzi in the bath. I mean, I want all that stuff. I know what I'm going to do with this money already. And then you gave it to me yet. So.
Ladies, let me take just a moment to introduce Mr. Revin Fellows to the show. Revin is one of our fellow journalists with the Chicago Communicated News Media. So, Revin, say hello to the ladies.
Hello, everyone. How you doing?
Hello.
He's on the phone, so he's not on the website with us. So, Revin, talk a little louder.
I didn't know I need to call you. I thought it was going to be a link. That's why I went a little late.
Well, let me send you the link. I'm gonna send it to you now.
So I gotta get on another Zoom call.
Okay.
But how do I know how to miss those. So why don't you just bring me up to speed, and then I'll catch up on that.
Well, basically, we're just talking about America.
The name of the show is it's America in Crisis, but it's not just a story about crisis. It's called What's Your Offer? And we want to know what it is what is your offer and what is your role in the crisis? A lot of us are doing a lot of talking about what other people are doing. And I say, hey, what is your role in it? We've seen other people, we've seen the protesters get out there and protest, but I don't really have necessarily any more two good legs to protest, but I still have a role in the struggle. And my role is to write and make demands. And so I'm with artist Sean Rochester, who wrote The Black Tax, who starts to talk specifically about the amount of money that it will take to start to repair the damage in the African American community, the descendants of the enslaved Africans here in America.
All right. And he says a one-time payment of
$354,000 is what Sean Rochester is asking for. Laura Rose says she wants a monthly payment of $4,000.
And I agree with Laura. I want that monthly payment. Give me my monthly money.
The monthly payment. You know why the monthly payment would make it so that there'd be some people who wouldn't even make it.
Right.
They wouldn't live till the end of that. But there's a lot of us that will get in there, and we'll keep getting our money, and we'll keep getting it. Like the Native Americans managed to get a monthly. They managed to get payments. They don't get lump sums. They get payments from the government with oil rights and mineral rights and all that. But they made sure they killed most of them before they started giving them payments.
Okay. And it looks like that's what they're doing, trying to do to us.
They ain't trying. That's what they're doing to us.
No, they're not. No, they shouldn't.
Is this the futuristic one? This is looking at right now.
That's what's going on right now. We're the futuristic thing is we're saying this is what should be done. The government should give us. They should give us a monthly payment. Instead of
A
the
monthly.
$1,200 stimulus, they should make it $4,000. Say again.
It's all in the state of Illinois.
Are you? No.
Not everybody knows.
One is in the state of Illinois, and the three of us are in the state of Illinois. But Laura, where are you from, Laura?
I'm in Cleveland.
She's in Cleveland.
Okay, so I would like to maybe add something to the spice that we can deal with right now in terms of what government can do and give us that we owe right now, and it's touchable.
I can't see you. I can't see the speaker.
Yeah, you can't see him because he's on the phone.
Yeah, but
Oh,
Can you hear him?
So you guys,
I can hear him.
Yeah, they can hear you.
Okay, so I would like to offer something we can do right now that we can win, and it's touchable right now in the state of Illinois, if it's okay.
All right.
he's saying right now in the state of Illinois. Okay.
So right now, I do a lot of work with State Representative Sean A. Ford, and he's been a 13-year legislator, unapologetically black, writing bills. I'm one of the authors of the African American.
Talk louder, Revin. Talk louder.
Authors of the African American Forward Plan to put black support for state government as a law and our black people. We got a lot of bills, but right now the governor just made a statement a few weeks ago that black people have it hard. So something is a standing governor saying that black people have it hard, or something we just as riots, whatever. But he has presented to the governor to sign a executive order similar to what happened with Roosevelt in 1941. Executive order to the military for black fixed-pay contracts in the military. And then we had the Lyndon Johnson Civil Rights Bill. Then we had the Lincoln with the Emancipation Proclamation. So these are executive orders that took place. So we're at Rep. Ford is making a demand to the government on his state.
Can you all hear him?
I heard him speaking of Lincoln and the Emancipation Proclamation.
Okay.
Yeah, we can repeat some. So yeah, you know what? If you could say it real quickly, I'll repeat some of it. I'm gonna have to tell them what you're saying. Okay. So, but if you give me the long story short, so he's saying that.
So basically, the governor has made a statement. He can speak. We've got all these issues in Chicago. We're demanding that the government sign an executive order for billions of dollars to go specifically to black communities and black people to solve our problem and bringing our people together with a task force. Let's go with our bright minds how to make that work in Illinois and revitalize the black community here in the state of Illinois. So
So he's saying that there's a bill that's going out where there is actual money to be allocated, similar to Roosevelt in the early 1940s, where they are talking. So they, so what you're saying is that there's a tangible conversation about how to bring together the minds in order to put the money behind the actual put the money behind the mind so that we can actually start to build something. Okay.
So we have to do that by calling the governor's office and posting on Facebook that we demand that this happen, and the governor can sign so they only go back to special session. But the problem is they got a black legislator that's put it out there, and we don't have the swell of the people to get the victory because the Latinos got $98 million a few years ago. They asked for 100 to build 13 new charter schools from the ground up, and they've done it with all Latino contractors, no black people. So why everybody's protesting the street is on the table with the governor saying in Illinois that black people need help. And you can see our condition. We should be pushing the governor to sign that so we can begin to heal.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much. So what he is saying is that here in Illinois, that there is a conversation being had, and he's suggesting that we get out on Facebook and do some demands so that the governor can sign an executive order. So that is one of the visions that we have on the table now. So, well, thank you so much for your offering, and I'm going to get back to the ladies. We have a low battery here, so thank you so much for that offering, and we can do some talking about that. Okay, thank you, Revis fellows.
Read it. Thanks,
Okay,
Revin.
all right now.
All
Okay.
right, thank you.
Thank you.
It's open for you, Revin.
Well, you know what? You know what we're missing in Black America? What corporate America has is that lobbyists. We don't have people lobbying. So if you have a lobbyist, we don't ever hire lobby firms. We do this marching and Facebook now. We don't do lobbying. That's how they get this stuff out there. I'm all for it. Whatever state wants to stick it to them. If we had lobbyists, if we hired lobbyists, professional people that state your case for you. That's how the tobacco industries. That's how all these industries get over on all of us.
That's what our politicians are supposed to be for us lobbyists, but they're not. You know, they're supposed to be representing us, but they don't.
And they don't. They don't, because we don't pay them as Black people. We don't pay enough people. We don't pay them. We think they should just do right.
And also, I think, like you said, I think too, absolutely, Laura. I believe that, as you said, there has to be, we've got to really, though, stop acting like it is so difficult to get these things done, because we see things that start in America that become worldwide, and people don't have to go to all those meetings and do all of that. So we also need to think about some kind of direct action. And certainly that's the role of some people. As you said, that's the role of the politicians to do a lot of that work. But I also still think that there needs to be some conversation about how it is that you can help the community right away. And that may be some of what he's talking about, where the work has already been done. We've already been here 150 years, or we were here a lot longer than that.
Right.
But why is it that a lot of times I feel like we're still, so because you kind of referenced the fact that, $98 million was used to build schools by the Hispanic community. So
where's our allocation?
We don't need to. What if we don't want to build schools with it?
Right. Maybe we want to do infrastructure, streets in our communities, all the roads that are torn up. Maybe we want to put.
Again, they came back and did that, and then they got off contract. So it's a process that they went and said, we need $100 million, and they got $9 million, and then they went and got the construction jobs on the highway with my field. So I'm going to speed you ladies up. I do lobby in this space here as just a community. So I wanted, as a forum to getting this, you know what I'm saying? Right now, Steve Ford has a petition for the governor to sign broadband to be free in Black communities throughout the state of Illinois.
And so what will that look like? So what will that look like?
That petition right now, what that looks like, Comcast and ComEd, Comcast said we're going to 1999. Then ComEd said we're going to do something else. But in the day, most people try to decide between food and computer. So what Rep. Ford is put together a petition to give signatures. We only have 600 at this point, and to get the government. So if your child don't have broadband and you don't, you can't apply for jobs, you can't get trouble system. So he has a bill on the table that the governor needs that we petition to sign online. You can sign in 2 minutes, and the governor is going to sign into law free broadband throughout the state of Illinois for the black, specifically black families.
Okay.
Oh, that'd be great.
That's something tangible. Okay. Right away. Okay.
There's a process when you get to lobby. I'm going to relay it on print, but there's a systematic governmental process to get organized to do it.
And so listen. So really, because this is and I hear you, but this is what I want to say to fellows as you speak. You talk about the process, but we know good and well that with the coronavirus, they got the process done in a week. Okay, and so that I'm not disrespecting what you're saying at all. I'm just want to say that we have been in the process talking about doing things with these people for a very long time.
Yeah. Well,
okay.
Again, I got you. But this was happening. There's a group of y'all outside the room, and I'm letting you know there's another room that people are not in, and I'm in some of those rooms. So that's why Miss Wanda had me to get on here. Because
all right now.
as long as we have those isolated rooms, so my point of view is this: the COVID-19 jumped off, and the government signed executive order for that. I'm saying we need 55 people that we can unite around the deal.
Okay.
We need broadband. We can't argue it. Everybody needs.
That's right.
We need billions of dollars.
That's right.
And the government don't have to come to lobby for this bill.
That's right.
The government has to sign it into law, and we get the move on. So those are two things we can touch without.
I got you.
On the street, and we can make it out.
Okay, well, thank you so much. Okay, all right. So, just like you said, because I started this saying, what's your role? There's a many roles that need to be taken in the struggle.
Yeah.
Like I said, that one person, one person buys the light, and somebody else, starts the fire, and somebody else puts it out, and somebody else starts the conversation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. We all play roles.
Okay. So. Okay, so we want to talk about, like I said, what's your offer, what's your role? Thank you so much for bringing that out. Wanda, I know we're way over 30 minutes.
Oh, we are. We're going to have to wind down. But you know what? We're going to start doing this on a weekly basis, Revin. And Laura. It's Laura, right?
Yeah, Laura.
Okay. So we're gonna start doing this on a weekly basis because we need to get people in tune to listening to us because the election is coming up in November. Yeah. We need to start planning and helping people to see our rationale on how we need to vote this time.
Our perspective.
We need to vote collectively. Otherwise, we're not going to make the impact we need to make. And the president is threatening about bringing the army in here on his own citizens. So now, come on. What are we going to do about this?
Well, and that is where we will end the
show.
Wait, Laura, are you talking?
Laura, you got your mic is muted. Can you hear us?
So we're going to close out, and we know that this Zoom thing has become really big since we have had the coronavirus here in the United States, and this is a really new, innovative way in order to bring people into the show and to hear a lot of voices. And so my name is Gerri Hudson, and I am with the Hyde Park Writers Group, and I am so glad that all of our guests were able to join us for the show, and we look forward to talking, and we look forward to the work that we all have to do together in order to bring us some change that we all need in our lives.
Absolutely. And so with that being said, thank you for joining us, and we look forward to you joining us the next show. Thank you.
Bye-bye.